Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe here for round number 11 at the fantastic fan favourite Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix with the lads of Division 5. I am Ivor Bryn Mike. I'll be taking you through the action tonight, and unfortunately my usual co-commentator Mark not here with me tonight. So we'll have to crack on without him. Hopefully he'll be back for next week. But we never know, as we have Royal Council, who has appeared to have lost it at the top of Radion there. As I'm looking to see who's going to be the first one around. It is going to be Swip. So we're going to stay on board with Swip for a qualifying lap, which will be in the 1 minute 40. I believe some of these guys will get into the 42s, but I'm looking more at the 43s for these guys. But hopefully we'll see some in the 42, as we see Swip now just gearing himself up for a lap around this, I believe, a 7-kilometer circuit, 19 corners. And here we go now into turn 1. La Source bringing the 100-meter board down into second gear, trying to get the best traction out of this corner as possible, because any time you gain in that corner will help you down here towards Eau Rouge, up the top of Radion and down the Kemmel Straight. But we see Swip there just unfortunately invalidating. So we'll go on board with Surf the Bless as he goes up Eau Rouge and Radion. Oh, he gets an absolute swapper on at the top of Radion and into the wall. Go Surf the Bless. So we'll go on board with Sven. Hopefully he can make it through Eau Rouge and Radion without invalidating or spinning it as he comes to the top of the hill. Keeps it all clean on track. DRS wide open now on the Kemmel Straight. Very big overtaking opportunity coming up into this braking zone as we come into Lecombe. And now the sector, which I feel is the most important on this track, sector 2, as we come through the hairpin and never-ending downhill off camber as we go into the corner with no name. Now the run down to one of the most infamous corners on the F1 calendar, Pouillon, as we go through the 7th gear. Bit of a let off the throttle, and that is how you want to do it. Now braking down, goes into 4th gear here as we come through turn 13, and now into 14 as we look at the second sector split. It's a 14.6 in the middle sector. Now the run down towards Blanchemont. We got this little left hand kick, and now into Blanchemont, turn 17 now. Full blast down to the bus stop chicane, 100-meter board braking once again into second gear. Will he use first? No, he's going to keep it in second gear. DRS wide open and out to the line. Will come Sven, and it's a 1 minute 43.0. Good lap there from the man in the racing point, as we have the Haas, or I believe that may be Maverick now in the bus stop chicane as he comes to the line. What's this going to be for Maverick? It's a 43.3. And then we got the McLaren Kamke there with a 43.6, the championship leader, as Ryan B with a 42.3. I did do some practice with Ryan B earlier in the week, and I know he's got some pace around here. Expect to see him up there for pretty much the entire race, I would say. As we got United Bosnia now to the line. He has invalidated his lap though, so that's not good from him. What about Niles? What's Niles going to do as he comes to the line? And it's going to be a 42.5. A great lap there from Niles, especially with Kamke all the way down in 5th. A second off these guys at the moment, as we have Jasper and Ibo crossing the line. Next one to cross the line will be the Ferrari of, that is Smitsky. Does have the AlphaTauri of Slayer behind him, so we'll see what these two can do as Smitsky now comes to the line. It's a 43 6.2. And what about Slayer? Where's Slayer going to pop up to? He's actually ducked out into the pit lane. We got ST5 just gearing himself up for a lap. Believe we have Flip on a cooldown lap. Swip is on an out lap. Where is Sven? Yeah, he's coming into the pits. So we're seeing everyone now coming into the pits after their first run, which gives us a little bit of a breather, because this lap is so long that you're only going to be able to get 3 runs out of this qualifying session. So there will be a bit of a cool down period while these guys gear themselves up to go around again. So I'm going to quickly run you guys through the championship order as it stands right now. So we got Cam K Mum currently leading the way. 4 wins so far this season for Cam K Mum, who is currently sitting on 152 points, 6 points clear of Niles in second place, who's sitting on 146. United Bosnia holding on to third right now by the absolute skin of his teeth on 104 points, because Ryan B, with that impressive win last time out, closed right up to 1 point behind United Bosnia. So Ryan B, United Bosnia, they are going to have a nice tussle for third in the Drivers' Championship here tonight. Then we got Oak Maverick in 5th place on 82 points. Ghost Recon, who isn't here tonight. We do have ST5 reserving for Ghost Recon tonight. Ghost Recon currently in 6th place on 79 points. Smitsky holding on to 7th with 67, 10 points clear of Jordan in 8th on 57, 49 points for the Scuderia Ferrari of Dave, and then we got Swip rounding out that top 10 in the drivers on 42 points. As we look now towards the constructors, we can see that Red Bull are currently leading the way in the constructors with 189 points, 28 points clear of Haas in second place. Then we got Ferrari in third on 117 points, and McLaren just 2 points behind Ferrari, and Mercedes only 5 points behind McLaren. So very tight in this battle for third in the Constructors' Championship. And in fact, Renault not too far off as well. They're only 6 points off Mercedes. So 4 teams, 4 constructors, spanning just 13 points as we move into round number 11. Now I see we do have some comments going on in the chat, so I'll just quickly bring up the stream 2 seconds as we ride on board with Magda Chase. He comes up through Erosion Radion down the Camel Straight, DRS wide open, major overtaking point, and he is purple in sector 1, so this could be a good lap from Magda Chase. As we look now at the chat, we got Frankie in the chat, we got Jasper saying rain 45 minutes into the race, so we could see some changeable conditions in the latter stage of this race, and this is going to be spicy, you know, just that little bit of spice. You love it, you love to see a bit of changeable conditions. And we got Crom in the chat showing support for Niles. He'll be hoping he can take the championship lead tonight, as McDutray said just runs a little bit wide. I believe we have we got that's Slayer around, and Ryan B invalidated his lap. And we got Deadshot in the chat saying the first corner always terrible. It is always terrible. All the cars just bunch up. It is a driver's nightmare because the corner really does tighten up on you as you go through it. As we got the as I just went on board with Niles there, and he has lost the car spectacularly through the middle sector. Not quite at Pouillon, but I believe that is at turn 13. No, actually no, it is at Pouillon. No, I was right, it was turn 13. I had to have a second peek there, but we do have United Bosnia now coming into the bus stop chicane. Doesn't have a lap on the board yet, really does need this as he opens DRS now to the line. Comes the Renault for third place on the grid as it stands right now. Only 3 guys in. Oh, as I say that, Sven almost matching Niles' time. I was about to say only 3 guys in the 42. Sven making it number 4. So top 4 all in the 42s as we got the Williams in the bus stop chicane, and that is going to be Jasper who jumps up into 10th place. A good lap there from Jasper. You can really see the improvement from Jasper over the course of this season when it comes to his 1 lap pace with no assists. So you do like to see it. Big improvements there from Jasper. You can be proud of his season so far. As Smitsky to the line, and he gets ahead of United Bosnia with a 42.8. So we're starting to see the 42s come out. So I believe we got Stevo about to set his. He's about to go on a flying lap. So we'll stay on board with Stevo as he comes down into turn 1, breaking that 100-meter board into second gear through La Source. Tries to get the best exit possible, get the traction down early because that will help you on the run down now to Eau Rouge and up the hill towards Radion. The elevation change absolutely mesmerizing as you go through those corners. Now with DRS wide open down the Camel straight towards turn number 5, Les Combes, as we go through 6 and 7. Not taking as much of the inside curve as he would have liked to, but now into turn 8 downhill off camber, and it can be an absolute nightmare for those running no ABS lockup centrals. We go into Pouillon now. Bit more of a lift off than what he would have wanted there, but he does make it through without spinning the car. That's all that matters. As we go through turns 12, 13 and now into turn 14, breaking down into 4th gear now to get the traction and the power planted to the floor, because now he is full throttle all the way down to the bus stop as we come towards Blanchimont. Very nicely done there as we go into the bus stop chicane, breaking down into second gear. All about this exit now. Short shifting through the gears to keep the traction there as he sets a 43.4. Can we just look at this? Invictus, Stevo, Swip and Jasper all 43.4s. Alt Maverick only a 10th ahead of him on a 43.3. Very close here in qualifying. We've got Deadshot saying he clipped the corner and span out. Yeah, that is always a risk at this track as Swip actually improves on his time. Just a nip ahead of Alt Maverick there into 7th place as I believe we have Ryan B now starting his flying lap. So we'll stay on board with Ryan B because he's a guy who I think is probably going to take pole here today. Definitely showed some fantastic pace, but pole position here is not as crucial as other tracks. This long straight can be a massive Achilles heel, and we could be 3 wide before the end of the Kemmel Straight. But it's a purple sector 1 from Ryan B. So far is looking clean, tidy and on point. 4th gear for the corner with no name. Now the run down to Pouillon. Going to keep it in 7th gear, and that is about as sweet as you like. Now the run down into 12, goes into 4th. I personally like to keep it in 5th there because personal preference, but I usually like to keep it in 5th and 4th for that corner. But he is marginally up on his time. However, he did not get a good run out of turns 14. I feel that that is going to compromise him all the way down towards the bus stop as we go through Blanchimont once again. Now into the bus stop. Can Ryan B improve on his time as he comes out to the final corner? DRS wide open. He's run out of ERS and he does improve. He found a lot of time in that final sector, and it is a 42.111. I believe we have the McLaren of... We had Cam K-Mum just starting the lap. Invictus, they're just nipping ahead, getting into the 42s. We've got the Ferrari of Smitsky, I think that is, just starting the lap. Swip is gearing himself up for a lap. No, he's actually going to come into the pit, so we'll go on board with Niles, who will be the first one to cross the line. Out of the bus stop, traction down, power going through, and he's gone on pole with a 42 flat. Absolutely incredible there from Niles. A fantastic lap, and he's chucked himself right on provisional pole. Now to Old Maverick, who unfortunately has to cut the bus stop chicane, and Flip has unfortunately invalidated his lap as we got Jasper in the wall. Oh no, Jasper! But what about Slayer? Slayer's going to duck out into the pits. Sven, what can he do? He's about a 10th up. If he can gain some time in the final sector, he could be right up there. Is he going to knock Ryan B down onto the second row? Only time will tell now. Traction down out of the bus stop chicane, and what is this going to be? He improves by a 10th, but it's not enough to gain him any positions. Now we have a McLaren of Jordan now coming to the line. No, he's into the pit lane as we got Magda Trace now coming through the bus stop chicane. Cam K Mum directly behind him, and Magda Trace up into P9 and Cam K up into P4. Fantastic job there from Cam K Mum. What can Smitsky do? Absolutely nothing. He's invalidated. Invictus on a cooldown lap, and I think that is it for qualifying. Niles is the man on pole position. Ryan B will join him alongside on the front row with Cam K Mum, the championship leader, sitting in 4th place, and looks like he's going to be under some pressure. As we got a lot of support for the likes of Jasper and Niles in the chat. It's good to see the support for the drivers out here today. As we wait for Steve-O to retire from the session, and then we can run you through the final order. All 20 drivers here today. Unfortunately, 4 of them unable to set a lap time. That being Flip, Serve the Bless, Dave Javu and Royal Council. Oh, Maverick, he could go on the alternative strategy, as could a lot of these guys. Strategy around here is the easy one-stop soft to mediums or mediums to softs. However, with the possibility of rain at the end of this race, will we see the guys outside the top 10 opt for the hard tyres, or did they perhaps watch the D4 race where I took a medium tyres 19 laps and I made it okay. As we got Niles, the man on pole position, Ryan B in second place, Sven in third, Cam K in fourth, Smitsky in fifth, Slayer in sixth, United Bosnia down in seventh place, and Victus, his teammate alongside him, in eighth. And then we got McDutchrace and Swip round out the top 10. Then outside the top 10 with free choice of tyre compound, we have Alt Maverick, Stevo, Jasper, Jordan, ST5, Ibo, Flip, Serve the Bless, Dave Javu and Royal Council will be rounding out the grid. And it is looking pretty grim out there today, as it is definitely overcast, and we could be seeing we could be seeing weather earlier than expected. However, this will be telling outside the top 10 of how early this weather is going to come. Soft tyres usually last around about 8 laps. That is the pit window. And we'll see if anyone outside the top 10 mirrors the same strategy as those inside the top 10. I can't imagine them doing so. As we got Don in the chat saying, let's go Smitsky. Smitsky in a good spot. A good spot indeed. As Serve the Bless has already been disqualified from the formation lap. That is not what you like to see, right? How many medium tyres are we going to see here? I'm going to do a prediction before I even look at the tyres. I'm going to say 9 out of the 10 start on mediums. No, actually, Alt Maverick on the hard tyres, Dave on the hard tyres, Jordan ST5, Ibo and Flip on the mediums, Stevo, Jasper, Serve the Bless and Royal Council on the softs. A very, very mixed up strategy outside the top 10. This is going to be incredibly interesting now. How late is this rain supposed to come? Because you got to think, Jordan, ST5, Ibo and Flip should be good till around, I'd say around lap 16. That's when the tyres start to drop off. And, the hards, they should be good all the way to the rain. So, this is going to be interesting. Are these guys in the top 10 going to be quick enough to make their strategy work versus these guys outside the top 10 who are going to the rain? Dave and Maverick looked at D4. They must have first and second place in Division 4 were those who chucked on the hard tyres at the very beginning. So we'll see if these two can mirror that and make this strategy work. However, this is going to be different to Division 4. Of course, Division 4 staying dry throughout the entire race. Here we have the imminent possibility of rain at some point during this race. The hard tyres look to be the safest option to go to the rain. The mediums might be the better shout. But the question is, these guys need to make sure they do not get damage early on, because that could destroy their strategy. As we got everyone now forming up on the grid. We are on board with our championship leader, Cam K-Mum. And everyone now formed up on the grid, and we will go to those 5 red lights. If I can get a good camera angle, there we go, 5 red lights. Lights are out and we are underway, and 2 drive-through penalties for jump starts here. Dave and Serve the Bless, as it looks like Niles and Cam K Mum absolutely battling side by side. A switchback there from Cam K Mum, who now takes the lead of this race. What a start there from the man in the McLaren. Niles will have to respond now down the Kemmel Straight. ERS into overtake. Blue flags waving apparently, but we don't mind them because we know that no one's been lapped on lap 1. As we wait for the order to really sort themselves out, it is Cam K Mum who leads ahead of Niles. First and second in the championship, leading the way. And United Bosnia, I just noticed, dropping down to 12th place. Not a great start there from United Bosnia. Any wing damage on the Renault? No, it looks to be fine. As that is flip going very wide there at Pouillon. Let's go back up towards the front. That is where the spicy action is. As we got that's Invictus around, and we got another colour, Sven off as well. Sven and Invictus. Oh my god, Invictus is out of this race, spinning around and around like his name was Kylie Minogue. We got Cam K Mum and Niles. Contact there between them both of them, but that's going to allow Ryan B to get a fantastic run on Niles. As is he going to try it around the outside? Yes, he is. Going to try it, but can't get the move done. But he will be tucked up right behind Niles as we go towards Eau Rouge and Radion, and it actually looks like Niles has actually been able to pull away, uses ERS, and looking at the ERS right now, Niles and Kamke have absolutely used and abused their ERS, whereas it looks like Ryan B has been a bit more conservative with his ERS usage at this stage, and I think that is very wise of the man in the Mercedes. Smitsky, he's chilling, he's used half of it, and we got a safety car because Serve the Bless has lost it at the top of Radion, and we'll go on board with Sven as he comes up the hill to see the stricken Red Bull there on our right. We have a safety car early on. So the question is now, will these guys on the soft tyres make their pit stop? The hards worked in Division 4, but when will this rain come? Is it more prudent to go onto the mediums? Only time will tell. I think we may see a couple of people into the pit lane here. No, actually. Oh, Ryan B's bit the bullet, as has Smitsky. Slayer's going to follow him, as is McDutchface. So the soft runners, apart from Niles and Kamke, into the pits. And we're seeing a mixing strategy going on as Ryan B's come out on the set of the hard tyres, Smitsky on mediums, Slayer on mediums, and we have medium. We got hards on Stevo, hards on United Bosnia, mediums on McDutchface, hards on Jasper, and mediums on Swip. So very interesting calls up and down this grid. The clouds are looming. As we got Sven into the pits, and he's gonna pit and put on another set of the medium compound tires. I think we'll probably go around for another lap after this, as it'll give Sven a chance to catch up. Unless we get a very late call to come to go back to racing again. But now these guys need to not make contact with each other. Need to keep their front wings. Need to time their restarts to perfection. This man, Ryan B, is in prime position. All he's got to do is get past these guys ahead. The more drivers he can get his way through, the better he will be come the end of this race. Because Cam K Mum and Niles, no matter the gap that they're going to be able to pull, they will have to make their way through a lot more traffic than the likes of Ryan B and Smitsky. So it is McLaren versus Red Bull up front. Mercedes versus Ferrari for what is possibly the net race lead. And we will go around for one more lap here. Right, well, while we're going around for one more lap, I'll turn my attention to the chat, just to see what you guys are saying in the chat. So we got Mark saying that medium runners are golden right now. Dave and Maverick looked at D4. I think they have. Currently sitting in 5th and 6th place respectively. Frankie showing support for Jasper, and Jasper right now on a set of the hard tyres, down in 16th, but even if the rain doesn't come, Jasper and everyone else on the hard tyres should get to the end much better. It'll be like what happened in Division 4 earlier. The hard tyres are better to go straight to the end. The mediums can do it, but the hards will be more prudent to get to the end of this race and keep the speed up. However, we don't know if the rain is going to be heavy enough at the end, or even if it comes. Jasper said it was going to be at the 45 minute. It could come in the next 10 laps. Who knows? And we got Don in the chat saying, now we'll see who watched D4. Yes, this is where watching the other races really does come into play, because this is a mirror of what happened in D4 earlier. And Mark saying the time is being used up, so mediums might get to the rain. They might do. But now we wait for Cam K Mum to get us back underway, as the safety car is in this lap. Question is, when does Cam K go? And Cam K's gone. Cam K there with a very good restart, actually catching Niles there unawares. We got Dave into the pits. Oh yeah, Dave had his drive-through penalty, as did Royal Council, so those two are going to drop towards the back of the pack, as ST5 has lost it on traction and Ryan B almost lost it as well. Smitsky side by side with Ryan B as he come out towards Eau Rouge, and Smitsky gets the move done before even getting to Eau Rouge. Fantastic stuff there from Smitsky, very opportunistic, but ST5 there just losing the back end on the exit of La Source, and that is going to be ST5 down into 9th place, and Ryan B almost doing the exact same thing, dropping the position to Smitsky now in the grand scheme of things on those very fresh medium tyres. Meanwhile, up ahead we got this nice little freeway battle between Flip, Jordan and Alt Maverick for third on track, but Smitsky will be fast approaching on those fresh medium tyres, and Ryan not too far behind. I think Ryan will be quick enough to keep with Smitsky. As United Bosnia trying to catch up to Magda Trace for 10th place. Stevo holding on to the final points paying position in 12th, but he does have a very hungry Swip in that Alfa Romeo, and United Bosnia picking up a 3-second time penalty already. That is not good, but we're going to go back up towards the Franks. It looked like Jordan was closing in, but he didn't close in enough, and Jasper's gone, Jasper's around, Jasper has lost it in turn 15, and he's going to drop behind Dave taking avoiding action there. Very, very unfortunate there for Jasper. He drops to the back of the pack, and Stevo still holding on to P12 ahead of Swip. Meanwhile, back up towards this, well, we've got a nice little train forming here, as it looks like Jordan is just going to be a little bit too far back, and Cam K Mum has pulled a 2.4 second gap to Swip. Swip's lost it at the top of Eau Rouge, and Radion. Swip has lost it. Yellow flag in sector 1 is a VSC. Thankfully not a full course safety car, and it looked like Jordan was very close to the back of Flip there for third place. And what this does is just neutralise the race, and Niles, he's going to be wanting to get as close as he possibly can to Cam K on this VSC restart. But we'll see if Niles can do that. Right now, Cam K Mum leads the race as we are green once again and back racing. It looks like Niles has got a fantastic VSC restart there. He was 2.4 seconds off Cam K. He's now 1.7. So a fantastic restart. As it looks like Jordan's got a fantastic restart as well. He's right underneath that rear wing of Flip, and he does back out last off the throttle in Blanchimont, but he's going to try around the outside at the bus stop chicane. No, he's going to cut in and try to get a better exit as Niles is into the pit. DRS has been enabled this lap. So now we'll see just how far back Niles will pop out in terms of everyone right now. He's going to come out, I believe, ahead of Ibo, but here we go now. Jordan right underneath the gearbox of that Alfa Romeo. DRS wide open for what I think is the first time in this race. DRS is activated of lap 7. To the inside will go the McLaren. No, he's going to back out of it. Smitsky not close enough to Alt Maverick there to make that move. Slayer gets through on Ryan B. So the mediums there coming into effect, and Ryan B is going to try it back down the inside. Fantastic stuff there from Ryan B. Gets that move done. Will Slayer try and fight back? He will try down the inside, but his contact and Slayer has gone. Slayer around. Unfortunate stuff there for Slayer. Battling hard as Smitsky and Alt Maverick there. Looks like they were side by side through Puyon. And Smitsky gets our move done as we got ST5 out as well. Where's ST5 lost it? How has he gone over there? ST5 has booked a plane and has gone to the edge of the track. I have no idea how he's managed to get over there. Oh, Maverick has lost so much. Oh, he's got wing damage. Oh, Maverick has got massive wing damage. The man who was looking in pretty good form to maybe go all the way to the rain, he's got wing damage, and now he's going to be trying to get to the pits, as it looks like these guys are being absolutely done over here. Slayer, oh, Maverick, this is very... I'm glad that we didn't see no 5-second pens pop up there, because that would have been a bit shocking, I'm not gonna lie. But we are racing once again back to green flag conditions, and now here's the issue for Camke. 7 seconds, well, 8 seconds is the gap, and those mediums are going to be the better tyre now, as are the hard compound tyre. As it looks like Niles has managed to get through a good amount of traffic, but he will be under pressure as Slayer does have DRS and the overtake button, and he's going to move to the inside. He's going to be able to pull this off. Oh, he gets up onto the curb. Sven there right behind. We'll go on board with Sven actually for a view of this, as it looks like Niles and Slayer are going to stick in formation for the time being. It's a big old lock up there from Slayer. But right now, Niles still keeping P8 as we got a safety car once again. I'm struggling to think what for. Has Invictus been disqualified? Has Invictus been disqualified? Well, this has absolutely saved Camke, mum, who comes into the pits now for a free pit stop. Jordan's into the pits as well. Ryan B also into the pits. And I think they're all going to come out ahead of Niles here. So Smitsky will take the lead of this race. Camke is going to come back out in second place, and Flip gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. So Camke now, those tyres can go to the end of this race without any issues. Camke fresh mediums and has a lot of cars between himself, Niles down in 7th place, and of course Ryan B, who has to get past Jordan and Flip. This has just turned on its head. Advantage back in favour of Camke, mum, now, as ST5 has left the session. I believe Invictus has been disqualified. So I think Invictus getting disqualified is what triggered the safety car. However, it looked like the Renault was in the pits. Very interesting indeed. As we have rain in 10 minutes according to Jeff from Raj. I'm guessing Raj is in a party with someone in D5, and you know, Raj, you can't be given strategies and everything up like that. Niles has actually lost it. Niles has lost it and dropped the position to Ibo. Ibo is up into 7th place. So under safety car, we will go on to lap 10. Rain possibly on its way within the next 5 laps. We'll see just how dark the clouds seem to get. Right now they're looking pretty peaceful right now. But we all know just how quickly things can change. Well, considering the rain is supposed to be here in about 10 minutes, that's 5 laps. I'm surprised no one chucked on the soft tyres, to be completely honest with you. That would have been a very interesting strategy. But we have Smitsky, Cam K Mum first and second, Flip in third, and crucially for Cam K, Jordan in fourth ahead of Ryan B. That is crucial. McLaren teamwork can go a long way here, and of course we got McDutch Race right behind Ryan B, so the Mercedes could work together as well. Niles unfortunately lost his teammate earlier on in the race. United Bosnia in 10th. He's going to be trying to make his way through the field without picking up too many penalties or losing the car as he has done so far. Safety car should be in this lap. Although the lights are still on. Oh, that's because Royal Council is still catching up. I thought everyone was already in the train, but Royal Council coming through Pouillon right now. So we will have one more lap of safety car conditions. As we go on to lap 11 of 22, halfway through this Grand Prix. Smitsky, our race leader, who has the fastest lap right now? Cam K Mum has the fastest lap and the best possibility of winning this race. Steve-O into the pits for a set of soft tyres. I think Steve-O's listening to the stream. Good to see Steve-O there thinking outside the box. As Royal Council has lost at the top of Radion under the safety car. How has he done that? Oh my god, he's off into the... He's into the wall. We are down to 15 runners. And Steve-O with a very intelligent move indeed. On the soft tyres, he will have the pace advantage to start carving his way through the field. I'm interested in this battle. Niles, Slayer, United Bosnia, Sven and Alt Maverick. These 5 guys were looking pacey in qualifying, apart from United Bosnia. But United Bosnia, as we know, is a very handy driver indeed. But these 5 very close to each other on track. Could be a colossal battle for 8th place. Then of course we got Ryan B. He's going to want to make quick work of Jordan ASAP, so he hasn't got to worry about the McLaren, the second McLaren driver, making his life a misery. And the safety car is coming in this lap, so Smitsky controls the pace. The good news for Smitsky now is I believe those medium tyres will be able to go to the end. And did we just see a little spit of rain come down? I could have sworn I saw a little spit of it. But Smitsky now, when is he going to bolt? He's going to bolt out of the bus stop chicane, and here we go. Smitsky has gone, and Cam K Mum is right on his rear wing as we go down into turn 1. Ryan B down the inside of Jordan into turn 1 and gets the job done. So Ryan B already up into 4th place, and it looks like McDutchase might be able to follow him through, but back up towards the front. Can Smitsky hold on to the lead down the Kemmel Straight? Is he going to be able to keep a hold of it? As we got Niles looking at the back of Ibo here. Is this side by side? Steve-O picking up a 3-second time penalty. As we got side by side behind with United Bosnia and Slayer, and United Bosnia down the inside of Slayer there. Absolutely pandemonious. It looks like Slayer there just getting a little bit off balance and just making slight contact as we got United Bosnia down the inside of Ibo. Ibo, is he going to let his teammate through? I think he will. Yeah, he's let his teammate go, but that's going to open things up for Sven to go straight through. Around the outside, Apulion, and he gets the move down, and Ibo's around. Oh no, Ibo trying to give the room on the inside, but gets onto the curb, and around goes Ibo. There's action everywhere right now. Flip picking up a 3-second time penalty. As Cam K is closing in. Slayer gets past United Bosnia there just before Blanchimont. Is Cam K going to make that move? No, he's not. He's going to stick behind. Ryan B not close enough either, but McDutchase down the inside of Jordan into the bus stop, and Jordan will have the inside for the final corner, and he will be able to keep hold of P5, but McDutchase, he's not giving up yet. So everyone holds position as we go towards the Kemmel Straight once again. Cam K Mum using all of the ERS available to him, and actually no, he saved a little bit. That's smart as McDutchase gets through on Jordan now up into P5, and Ryan B all over the back of Flip, unable to get the job done this time around. Niles onto the back of this battle now for P5. Slayer starting to gap United Bosnia just a little bit. Meanwhile, Ryan B looking at the back of Flip for 3rd place, and it looks like Flip there just clipped the inside curb at Pouillon, and that has sent him into a bit of a half spin, a bit of a drift, and that is Ryan B now up in the 3rd place with a thank you very much, Flip. And that is not what Cam K Mum wants to see. And McDutchase now closing in on Flip as well. So McDutchase, is he going to follow his teammate through? The clouds are starting to come. The rain is on its way. And Flip is actually into the pits. Did Flip very early call there from Flip. And Slayer sets the new fastest lap with a 46.1 and a good lap there from Slayer. Fantastic job. But now with DRS, surely Cam K Mum is going to be taking the lead of this race. Just cruises straight past Smitsky down the Kemmel Straight as Jasper picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Jordan and Niles side by side. Niles now up into 5th place. Meanwhile, United Bosnia is really struggling here. He is dropped back massively from Slayer, and he's under pressure from Sven. The clouds are out at Spa. When is the rain gonna come? We're on lap 14 of 22. Cam K-Mum is our race leader. Smitsky in second. Ryan B in third place. McDutch Race in fourth. Niles half a second back in fifth place, with Jordan in sixth. This could be a very good day for both McLaren and Mercedes in the constructors. When is the rain coming? As Sven has lost it. We just went on board with Sven as he looked like he was right on the back of United Bosnia. Speaking of on the back of United Bosnia, now Jasper is up next to try and make a move on the Renault. He's going to stick behind for the time being. And it looks like Cam K has used his ERS efficiently enough to pull away from Smitsky. Smitsky hasn't got much to answer with either. And he's out of that DRS window. As United Bosnia dropping down a lot of positions here. He's had an off somewhere. He's made a mistake. And now Niles with DRS. Is he going to be able to get this move done? To the inside will go the Red Bull. And yes, he is now up into fourth place as we got Jasper and Alt Maverick. They're trading positions. As United Bosnia dropping down all the way to 12th place. And Ibo already on the set of the intermediates. It's not quite raining yet, Ibo. However, I don't think we're too far away from seeing the first droplets of rain. As we got Ryan B now setting a purple sector 2. 3 temps up on his PB as he tries to close down Smitsky. He is just inside that DRS as McDutch Race has made a mistake somewhere because Jordan is now through, as is Slayer. But he's got a nice gap to Old Maverick, so he shouldn't be dropping any more positions as Ryan B now. DRS on Smitsky sets the new fastest lap, a 45.9. Very good there from Ryan B as he tries to get the best traction possible. Smitsky getting out onto the curbing. And here comes the rain. The drops are falling. So if there's an opportunity for Ryan B now to get up into second, this is it. He needs to use all of his ERS. Use the DRS advantage. And here he goes to the outside for Lake Combs. And he's going to get it done. Up into second place now is Ryan B. But with the rain falling, the track is going to get slippier and slippier. And we may see a few mistakes come out. Steve-O opting for those soft tyres, now up into 9th place, taking advantage of the grip he has available to him. And in these conditions, as it stands right now, I would think that Steve-O would be looking good here to try and get Jasper and get up into 8th before the switch over to intermediates. And United Bosnia is out. United Bosnia is out, and that's a third safety car. And United Bosnia is in the pits. Why have we got a safety car? Oh, this is just taking away the fun. Codemasters. Oh, sorry, that is not United Bosnia in the pits. That was the safety car coming out of the pits. United Bosnia lost it in Eau Rouge and Radion, but still, oh, take away the fun. So the rain is here. Cam K-Mum into the pits. Ryan B into the pits. Smitsky into the pits. As is Niles. Jordan, Slayer. And Steve-O stayed out. Steve-O has stayed out. As I just looked at the chat there and saw Mark comment saying it would be fun if someone stayed out. Steve-O has stayed out. But he has just been disqualified from the session. So Steve-O disqualified from the session. Unbelievable. And Jordan was actually able to get the jump on Smitsky despite double stacking with Kamke. So Jordan now up into the podium position. Very interesting indeed. Smitsky appeared to be held up sufficiently enough to the point where he was overtaken by Jordan, as was Niles as well. So with Smitsky and Niles' pit box being very I can't get my words out. Not a very good place to be in that pit lane with what has happened. Both of them getting held up tremendously. And McDutch race on the set of the Inters right now. On the set of the soft in intermediate conditions. So McDutch race is testing out his rallying skills for potentially dirt. Yep, I would think so as well, Mark. It is not the soft tyres. They are not going to work in these conditions. Oh, and he gets the back end out on the way into the pits. Some good style points here from McDutch race. And looks like we will be under safety car conditions for this lap. It is a McLaren double podium as it stands right now. However, it is Cam K Mum who leads this race ahead of Ryan B. Smitsky and Niles with a McLaren in between them and the fight between the top two, which both of them would want to be involved in. The spray is apparent now as we are on lap 18 of 22. So we'll have 4 laps of intermediate racing at Spa. I'm excited to see this, guys. I want to get your predictions in the chat right now. Who do you think is going to be taking the victory here? Give me your podium predictions. Put it in the chat ASAP. But the man who's taking the fastest lap is going to be Ryan B, as he has set a 1:45.9 just before the rain came. 13 drivers left. Points almost guaranteed for everyone apart from one driver. Who is going to win this race? As we got Raj saying Ryan B for the victory, Cam K in second and Smitsky in third. We'll see if that prediction comes true as we're waiting for Cam K to get underway. We're on board with Ryan B as Cam K now tries to get the traction out of the final corner. It looks like Ryan B has actually got a much better traction than Cam K, but it's not going to make a move at all, and it is very close in the top three as looks like there Cam K getting the better run out of the source, as it looks like Jasper and Dave has lost it on traction and has dropped down a little bit, and looks like Ryan B under pressure from Jordan. Is Jordan going to send it down the inside? Oh, he thought about it, and Smitsky and Niles here having a bit of a battle behind these two for fourth place. Alt Maverick just lurking there, just lurking in sixth place, just lurking behind them. And Cam K has now, he's starting to stretch his legs. He's got the gap up to a second. Ryan B needs to respond, get that gap back down. Jordan has done a fantastic job in being Cam K's wingman here today. Absolutely done a fantastic job. And Smitsky picks up a 3-second time penalty. Smitsky with a 3-second time penalty. And with a safety car being so late in this race, as he goes wide there through Blanchimont, gets a little bit out of shape. But I was going to say though, as with the safety car bunching everyone up so late in this race, it means that Smitsky would lose a hell of a lot more points with the 3 seconds added on. Ryan B getting a fantastic run there as Niles gets past Smitsky, and Smitsky, oh no, it's Jasper in the wall! Jasper in the wall! Mark has jinxed it in the chat. Jasper in the wall as Dave down the inside of Flip for 9th place, and Flip goes round the outside. Fantastic move there from Flip as Smitsky is dropping down the order. He's now down into 8th place. Sven goes down the inside, gets the move done. Meanwhile, Niles now up into 4th place, Alt Maverick up into 5th, Slayer into 6th, Sven now up into 7th. Smitsky, does he have wing damage? Yes, he has a lot of wing damage here, does Smitsky, and he is going to drop down even more positions. Smitsky could be at the back for the rest of this race, as it looks like Flip going to go straight around the outside. That is the benefits of having a full front wing. Yeah, Smitsky dropping down the order rapidly, and the gaps are starting to form just a little bit. Ryan B needs to pump absolutely everything into these final 2 laps. He's not going to have DRS to help him. He has to do it himself. Is he going to be able to get it done? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see, as Niles now onto the back of Jordan. for the final spot on the podium. Here goes Niles. He's going to try around the outside. He's going to be able to get the move done. Jordan does a fantastic job there, holding off Niles, keeping P3 for the time being, as Alt Maverick under pressure from Slayer and Sven for 5th. The race is not over yet. It is just heating up, as it looks like Ryan B is starting to pump just a little bit more ERS into this lap. As, oh no, Smitsky's out. Smitsky has lost it at the top of Radion. Smitsky is out of this race. Unbelievable. Smitsky, who was looking so good for a podium, is now out of this race. Ibo is guaranteed 11th place here today. We started with 20 drivers. We are now down to 11, as it looks like Cam K is doing fantastic. He is managing that gap to Ryan B. But can his teammate join him on the podium? Will Jordan be able to keep P3 as we go on to the final lap? Will Slayer be able to attack Alt Maverick? Will Sven be able to make up any positions? The battle for 5th is on between these three, as we got the battle for 3rd between Jordan and Niles. I am tripping over my words because I don't know what's going to happen, but here comes Niles all over the back of Jordan. Oh, he's gone straight into the back of him. Jordan's got absolutely nothing left in the ERS. And Niles through into 3rd place, as Sven was all over the back of Slayer. There's going to be one more opportunity into the bus stop chicane now, as we go on board with this battle for the lead. Cam K still holding it at about a second. It is now actually starting to close. One mistake from Cam K and the race is lost. Is Ryan B going to be able to get enough of a run in this final sector to try something into the bus stop? No, he just has a little bit of a squiggle on, and that is going to be that. And it looks like Jordan unable to keep up with Niles due to the superior ERS advantage that Niles had. We'll go on board with Cam K, who is going to cross the line to take victory here in Belgium. It's actually, oh no, Sven and Slayer. Slayer's off in the wall on the right. Oh my god. So as I was going through then, Ryan B unable to get the job done on Cam K. Niles getting 3rd place ahead of Jordan. Alt Maverick in 5th, Sven in 6th, Dave in 7th, McDutchface in 8th, Flip in 9th, and Ibo is going to come home for P10. And we have lost half the grid here at Belgium. And Ibo will cross the line in 10th place. A lot of support for Ibo in the chat. Dave gets driver of the day from the game. But it is Cam K Mum on the top step of the podium once again, extending the championship lead by 10 points. As Ryan B will move up into 3rd in the Drivers' Championship ahead of United Bosnia, who is now going to be under pressure from Alt Maverick, who is going to be just 12 points off. So Cam K is our race winner here today, ahead of Ryan B in second, and Niles rounds out the podium. Then of course we got Jordan in 4th place, Alt Maverick in 5th, Sven in 6th, Dave in 7th, McDutchrace in 8th, Flip in 9th, and Ibo rounding out the top 10. Then our non-finishers, who have unfortunately crashed out, but we do have 3 still classified. Slayer in 11th, Smisky in 12th, Jasper in 13th. Now, the classified DNS, Stevo, United Bosnia, Royal Council, ST5, SWIP, Serve the Bless, and Invictus. And that was a race. Now, driver of the day. I mean, I can't not give it to Ibo. I can't not. But I would give a choice out there. Obviously, the fan favorite Ibo definitely has to be there. However, I would also like to give a shout out to Jordan as well. Fantastic job as the second driver for Cam K today. So Ibo and Jordan definitely get the nod from me for driver of the day, or drivers of the day. But yeah, that is going to bring an end to round number 11 at Belgium. Next week, we'll be at the Temple of Speed for Monza at the Italian GP. I have been Ivan Mike, and we'll catch you next week. Until then, have a good one.